Hi, my name is Alex. You can find me on all of my social medias at Health and Fit Alex. Today we are talking about eating healthy and a connection with skin. So if you, like me, are struggling with acne and you feel like you have been trying everything, then this is going to be a video of my thoughts. Rules for acne and the only things that have ever helped me with my acne journey. I'm going to tell you all my tips, all my secrets. I do still have acne, so you take these with a grain of salt, I guess. But for someone who is currently struggling and has struggled with acne for a very long time, I'm going to tell you everything that I know because I have tried pretty much everything. Alright, the first thing that you need to figure out is if this is a skin issue or if there is a root cause to your acne. And this is not going to be easy. It took me a very long time to get doctors to listen to me and to understand that my acne is more than just my skincare, basically. Talked down to by medical professionals, and I was told by medical professionals that Accutane was my only option and birth control were my only options, and that's not the case. I'm not on neither one of them, and I've never taken Accutane. And I know that it works for some people, but it might not work for you, or you might be hesitant for reasons. Okay, before you go down that path, because I'm not ruling it out for myself, it's just not working for me in my life right now. We're gonna go back to the root causes because a lot of times you have to try other things before you can try addressing bigger issues. So we're going to put that one on the back burner for right now. So something that I see often is supplements. What supplements should you be taking with acne or to help your acne? And a lot of times our skin is our body's last warning, our body's last signal to tell you that, like, I am not okay. And it doesn't happen with everyone. But if it's happening with you, you might have seen a lot of people talking about acne supplements. Some people have supplements specifically for certain conditions like PCOS or thyroid issues. The supplements that have best helped me with my acne are vitamin D and a good multivitamin. I did a video previously where I tried the Zit Stick a Skin Discipline for 30 days, and that supplement is good because it has a lot of research and a lot of science and evidence on the ingredients that are in there. But essentially it is a multivitamin. So if you don't want to pay that price, then just know that that is not your only option. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, I would suggest a prenatal. And then other than that, you can just get a multivitamin that is good ingredients. So skip the like $6 budget version and go for something that's like $10, $15 and you should be good. Really good brand is Garden of Life or the Thrive Markets vitamin brand. Those two are pretty decent quality. You can always look at the subscription services, but I find that they don't always have everything that I want in a vitamin, because if I'm going to do a subscription service, I want to get everything that I want. A little tip that you can do, if you have medications that you take, they have these little timer caps that you can get off of Amazon. I know those got super big on TikTok and they are fantastic. Also, setting your multivitamins or medications by your bedside table with a cup of water, or in the bathroom with a glass. So the first thing that you do in the morning is you take that. Something that I got a couple of comments on with the Zitstica supplement, do you get your acne back if you stop taking it? And I did have to stop taking that because of my thyroid surgery. I couldn't swallow anything. My acne came back. It is just like a multivitamin. Again, any benefits that you see from it, you're going to see from a similar multivitamin. There is nothing super special about that, except it does have some ingredients in it that will help fight off acne, but those ingredients you can get in your diet. Which leads me to diet. One of the biggest things that I research and I look at is acne with diet and the gut-skin connection, and to kind of learn more about what I can do and what I can eat to help fuel my body that also helps me fight off my acne. And the truth is that when you are talking about diet and acne, you're really just talking about getting in healthy foods every single day. You're just talking about making sure that you hit all of your nutrition needs. Diet and acne is actually really basic. Making sure that you're getting enough vegetables, fruit, carbs, fats, protein, and you're eating balanced meals throughout the day. And also that you're eating enough throughout the day. And another thing that will help you is if you eat small, frequent meals. This has helped me, might help you. This helps so that way your blood sugar doesn't spike like crazy. So if you're eating small meals throughout the day, you're keeping yourself satiated and those blood sugar levels even. I like doing this. I find a lot of benefit doing this with my energy levels and not just for my acne. There aren't like foods that are going to help you beat acne. There are just simple ways that you can help get nutritious meals in, which would be making sure every single plate has a well-rounded meal on it. So you have a good source of protein, a good source of carbs, and a good source of fat. Also making sure the more veggies you get in, the better you're gonna be. Another thing that is really beneficial is fatty fish. So your salmons, your scallops, and then also sulfur will help you fight off acne. And so again, scallops and shrimp. If you don't want to eat meat or fish, you can get some of these things from mushrooms, or again, you can take supplements if you're not sure if you're getting enough. Vegan sources of omega-3s are seaweed, and that makes a really good snack or a really good topper for salads or sushi bowls or ramen. Yes, you can still eat ramen, but you just have to eat the right ramen. Another thing is sugary foods. You can still enjoy foods that trigger you in moderation. So you don't have to cut entire food groups out. You just have to enjoy them less often or enjoy them intentionally. Figuring out food triggers is really important. So for me and for a lot of people in the acne community, dairy is a food trigger. It might be for you. One way to find out is to take it out of your diet for at least a month. If you're not sure if you're seeing results, I would say go 60 to 90 days. After that month, if you're seeing negative side effects, stop cutting them out. Always, if you want to be safe with your health, contact a doctor, but I know that not everybody has access to that, so take my advice as advice that has worked for me, and know that if it isn't working for you, that doesn't mean that you've failed. That just means that your body is different than mine. So another thing that could be triggering is if you have celiac or an intolerance to gluten. I have a slight intolerance to gluten, so I don't eat a lot of it. I find that if I start eating it every day or even every week, then it is a very triggering food, and I get that like weird kind of spotty acne. In order to get diagnosed with celiac disease, you would need to contact a doctor, and I've heard that the process is not fun. I don't think that my food sensitivity is enough to be celiac disease. I just think that it irritates my body, which could go along with some other conditions in the gut, which you would also need to see a doctor for. So IBS is something that would have an impact on your food, and you might be sensitive to certain things like gluten. If you have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune condition, you might have certain triggers foods that would make your condition worse. The only way to really figure out if these foods are triggering you is to slowly eliminate them, see if you feel any better, and then reintroduce them. If you have a hard time with food and you don't have a very good relationship with food, I would suggest talking to a doctor, a therapist, or figuring out a way that works for you so you don't get those triggers. I know not all of these things are accessible to everyone, so just be safe with your health. Food is really, really important, and don't starve yourself, don't overfeed yourself, don't malnourish yourself. And I know those are things that are easily said than done. Alright, so another triggering topic, fitness and acne. A lot of the articles, I don't think there's been very many studies, but a lot of people claim that once they got into fitness, once they started moving their body, they saw a decrease in their acne. So with fitness, my big thing is that if you're not doing it to make your body feel good in whatever your body looks like, you're going to have an unhealthy relationship with fitness and with your body. So knowing that and going into it, I would suggest getting out and doing something that you enjoy doing. If there's a hobby that motivates you, then do that, because that is a healthier way to move your body than just having a goal that is acne based or body based or shame based, because acne is still part of your appearance. And even though you and I both know that it can be debilitating, I have been that girl at the gym trying to sweat my acne off. And it wasn't good for me, and it won't be good for anybody else, because it really gives you a very negative view on your body. Some of the things that I really like to do, I struggle with motivation and just being exhausted. It's part of having a thyroid condition. I also have PCOS. What I like to do is go on walks regularly. So I like going on walks every single day. I try to walk a couple of miles, and then I am trying to start going back into the gym and working out 3 to 4 times a week, depending on how I feel. And if I would rather go roller skating that day or go for a hike than go to the gym, I'm gonna let myself do that, and that is okay, because the point is not to lift heavy weights. The point is to move my body and make my body feel good. So know that the science behind fitness and moving your body with acne is mostly anecdotal from what I've seen. Skincare is one of those things where people like to treat it that it is the thing that's going to save everything. Got depression? Do some skincare. And that's just not true. It's just not true. Should you be sleeping with your makeup on your face every single night? No, you shouldn't. But if you feel like you have done everything in terms of skincare and your acne is not responding to any of it, your face is not clearing up at all, just know that that's not your fault. is the media brainwashing you to think that a product is going to solve your problems. The best solution for skincare is to figure out your skin type, because that's going to help you with your acne tremendously. So if you have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, sensitive skin. So for me, for sensitive skin, I find that having a good moisturizer, having a really consistent morning and night routine, and a sunscreen that won't clog my pores, and then also not wearing makeup every single day. I know that if you enjoy wearing makeup and you want to wear makeup, wear it when you want to wear it. But have breaks. You know, wear it when you go out to your job, but then when you come home, wash it off. And if you really like your makeup, take a picture of it. The beauty of makeup is that you can do it again. You can do more like eye looks instead of covering up your acne, and I think that is super cute, and that is something that I do a lot, where I do kind of a natural fresh face that goes with my acne but also makes me feel like I'm doing a lot of fun cool makeup. I have had a just tumultuous, I can't say that word. I have had not the greatest relationship with makeup and my acne, because I was fed that lie that like skin doesn't have texture or anything like that, when in reality that's not true. And what I was striving for and wanting to achieve was airbrushed and fake and wasn't even that person's skin. Know that what you see on YouTube, what you see on Instagram, what you see on TV and ads is most likely airbrushed. Even if it's meant to look like natural skin, there might have a filter on that to make it look a little bit better, look a little less red or inflamed or puffy or whatever it is. Another way that you might encounter to help your acne is going to the dermatologist. And with the dermatologist, they can be a double-edged sword. You might have a hard time with insurance, like I did. And prescriptions can be really costly from the dermatologist and might not be covered with insurance, because a lot of times they see them as elective. So, if you have tried everything from the dermatologist, discuss your options of Accutane. It's not as bad as some people make it out to be. Basically, you get a controlled overdose of vitamin A, and that is the oil production that is in your body. I'm currently not going to do Accutane this time in my life, but it is something that I've considered. One thing I want to note is that with Accutane, sometimes it's not covered by insurance, and it's incredibly expensive in the United States. If you want to try retinols, which they prescribe to you at the dermatologist, I would definitely give that a try. But if you are in the boat like I am, and you've tried all of those retinols and they were too harsh for your skin, try adapalene gel, which is a over-the-counter retinol, and it's at a very, very, very low dosage. So if you have more sensitive skin, it might be better for you, because a lot of those other ones come in a higher dosage than this different adapalene. For the adapalene and for any vitamin A, they don't necessarily tell you this at the dermatologist, but what I would do is that I would use a pea-sized amount on my entire face and neck, and I would only use it once a week. Make sure you wash your hands after you put that on, and then put a really good moisturizer on top. I know they don't always tell you to do those things, or they might tell you not to use a moisturizer, but in my circumstance, it made it really worse, and I actually got chemical burns from some of that. But that's because my prescription was too high of a dose and my skin is too sensitive for just straight prescription retinols. There's also things that you can take orally at the dermatologist. So there's prescription medication, so things like antibiotics and other stuff that they have seen used on acne as well. The only one I have not taken that I'm looking at is spirulactane, but none of these can be taken if you are pregnant or nursing or trying to become pregnant. So there's not that many options if you are in that season of your life. So now let's say you have been eating right. You've been walking every day. You feel fire. Okay? And let's say you went to the dermatologist, you exhausted all of those efforts, you created a fantastic skincare routine, and you still have acne. What do you do then? I would look into a couple of things. If you're a woman, who is my demographic and the only people I really know about, I would find out if you have PCOS or some sort of condition with your thyroid, because those things can cause hormonal imbalances. And then I would also figure out if you have a hormonal imbalance in general. So in order to get a diagnosis with PCOS, you have to have one of the three, or two of three things: cysts on your ovaries, hair on your abnormal hair growth on your face, and acne. And then some people say that their doctor goes off of a fourth thing, which is high testosterone levels. And so 2 out of those 4, I feel like if you have acne, that's 1 down. See, do you have weird hair on your face? And then go from there. So for your thyroid, it was very hard for me to get diagnosed with hypothyroidism, which I thought I had from the beginning. And so it was like 2 years for me to get that diagnosis. You might have symptoms of a thyroid problem without actually having lab results that reflect that. So definitely talk to a doctor about these things. If you are still struggling, your thyroid symptoms can be managed with a good diet, good supplements. But again, if they continue and persist, don't let your doctor ignore you, because mine did, and I had my thyroid removed. So don't let them ignore you, because they might ignore you so far that it becomes a problem and becomes too late to fix it. Because some of these things you can manage, and sometimes you can reverse them. Like 75% of women have a thyroid condition at some point in their life. Okay, so I hope that answered more of your guys' questions with acne. Please, if I brought up more questions, or if you want some more advice on how to navigate this, I know the medical system in the United States is not the best, and so sometimes we have to do a lot of our advocating on our own. So you can always talk to me in the comments or message me on Instagram. If you want to hear about more reviews and more of my thoughts on acne, definitely follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My handles, again, are Health and Fit Alex, and will be linked in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!